What's up, pool people? Are you thinking about installing an Intex or some other brand above ground pool this season? Well, I'm Megan, I'm a pool professional, and my husband and I just installed this 16 by 30 Intex above ground pool, and I've got a couple helpful tips for your upcoming install. The hardest part to installing an Intex pool, like any project, is the prep work. You want to make sure that the foundation that you are going to set your Intex pool on is level and even. If not, everything else that you put on top of it will be unlevel. So take the time to get this right, and it will make the rest of your job 10 times easier. If you've ever worked with vinyl before, you know that it can be stiff and hard to manipulate. So my next tip would be to make sure that it is a hot, sunny day outside when you choose to install your Intex pool. If you allow your Intex liner to sit out in the sun for a little while, it'll help it get soft and be able to stretch it and manipulate it a lot easier. So this next tip is actually a part of the instructions, but if you're anything like me and you try to do a project before actually reading the instructions, you learn the hard way. So this next one is when you install the rails at the top that your bottom legs are going to stick onto, it suggests that you coat that in baby powder because you have to slide that whole length through the vinyl itself. So definitely do that, because if you don't, it will make it extremely hard to slide those metal rails through that vinyl. So coat your railing in baby powder, it will help a lot. When you purchase your Intex pool, almost everything that you need for the full install comes with the pool, except for one thing, and that is a bag of sand for your sand filter. So most Intex pools are going to come with a sand filter and a pump separate, and the one thing that it does not come with is the sand that goes inside. So what you will need is one 50-pound sand of filter media, which you can get at a local pool store or a big box store like Lowe's, Home Depot, or Walmart should carry that as well. When we installed ours, it does a suggested amount of 70 pounds of sand, but being that we've installed these before and we do work on these in our business, we know that 70 pounds is just a little bit too much for these filters, and we always end up having to pull some sand out. So we only install one 50-pound bag of sand in these, and it does bring it just up under the minimum line on the lateral assembly that is located inside of the sand filter. So not everybody here is going to have a choice on this tip, but if you do have an option between well water and city water, I would highly recommend filling your pool with city water. I know that it's going to cost a little bit more, but they treat the city water so you don't end up with all the iron and magnesium and other minerals that could be in your water that could cause staining or cause your water to be yellow or brown. For us, when we filled our pool up, we didn't think much of it, and we just filled it straight from the well, and our pool looked like straight urine. It was awful, and we had to dump hundreds of dollars worth of chemicals into our pool to be able to clear it up. So if we had it to do over again, if we had the option of city, we would, which we don't where we're at, but if we had it to do over again, we would just run it through our softener and replenish our softener. So if you have that option, go city water. It's going to be cheaper in the long run because you're not going to have to throw all the chemicals in it from the get-go to get it back straight. And my last tip for installing your Intex pool, I read about this before installing, but it still is something that worried me. When we installed our Intex pool and it started to fill, the longer sides of the pool severely bow in. And I was wondering, like, did we do something wrong? Is it going to come back? And it does push back out. It does take for the pool to get entirely full for it to push back out, but your sides will straighten out and everything will be okay and it will not break. So don't stress that part. It's all going to be good. If you found that this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you have any other questions or tips or tricks of your own for installing these Intex pools, don't forget to leave it in the comments below. Thanks.